Second time's a charm. Ran out of space on my SD card. But that's okay, because I couldn't articulate myself properly anyway. Hello. This video is completely different to what I normally do, although I've been saying that a lot recently, so look, who knows what my content's about at the moment. So if you haven't seen many of my videos a lot recently, or any time in the past, you may not know that I change my hair quite frequently. Even before I did YouTube, I've had every cut and color under the sun, just because, like, why not? I don't care about my hair. But holy crap, the internet cares. YouTube comments aren't really famous for being a nice place. I got this one comment one day, and I don't know what it was. I think I was just having a really bad day, and I posted this to Instagram, and I asked the question, why is it that men feel the need to express to me when they don't like my hair? I got quite a lot of responses from people. I did ask the question, why do men feel the need to express this to me? But that is mainly because, as far as I can tell from the username and the picture and everything, it's pretty much only been men that have given me any kind of advice. Before you go disliking this video because you think I'm a feminazi or whatever, just stick around, I've got a lot more to say. So yeah, let's get into the reasons why men feel the need to tell me what to do with my hair. Everyone who commented on the video, pretty much everyone, fell into one of 4 categories. The first category is from mostly men, again, kind of just taking the opportunity to, see this question as an open invite to just straight out insult me, give me a backhanded compliment, or to also tell me what I should do with my hair, which is just completely missing the whole point of the whole frickin' question. But I'm sure there's got to be people like that in the comments of this video as well, so if you see anyone comment that down below, please reply whoosh, because they clearly do not understand what this is about. Second category. The second category was mainly women, but some men as well, just claiming sexism, misogyny, men being able to tell women what they should do with their bodies, men feeling that women actually care about their opinion more than they actually do, therefore they feel like they're doing women a favor by telling them what they do and don't like about their looks and their hair color. Just in general, men suck. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with any of these categories, I'm just giving you what I've heard from people. Third category. So this is 3A actually, because these ones were kind of linked a little bit, and I'll get into the reasons why. Obviously, why did I even say that? So this category were people saying that people have gotten used to a certain image or a look with the person, the personality or the celebrity that they engage with online. Like when Facebook updates its user interface, like Facebook updates it, everyone gets really angry at it, and they're like, well, Facebook sucks, I'm not gonna use this anymore, time to move on to a different platform. And then of course people still keep using it, you get used to it, and then Facebook updates it again, everyone gets mad again, and the cycle continues. It's exactly the same thing. People have built somewhat of a relationship with their favorite YouTuber or something like that. And it's a weird kind of psychological game that your mind plays on you, but I kind of understand where this one comes from. But it's also kind of weird the more you think about it. 3B was a very similar one to that, but it kind of goes one step further in saying that the relationship that fans or followers or subscribers or whatever build with their favorite celebrity, online personality, YouTuber, they feel as though the relationship is stronger and more real than it actually is. And this is the topic that I want to talk about. This point actually caused me to dive down a very deep hole into the world of, YouTubers and celebrities, online personalities, and fans, followers, subscribers, everyday people. Excuse me. Because social media is such a big part of our world, online celebrities are becoming as big of a celebrity as movies and television stars. But the difference is with YouTube personalities, these are everyday, normal people. When I look at someone like Tom Holland, who I really love for some reason, I know that this person is incredibly talented, obviously, but yes, they also have a hairstylist and a makeup artist and, a manager telling them things that they can and cannot say. You can't look at that person in an interview, like I do more than I would like to admit, and say that that's exactly what they are like as a human being, because that's them, a very filtered version of them to make them appealing to the lowest common denominator, aka myself. However, a YouTuber, for example, they are just an average person with a camera and too much time, sitting on a beanbag, drinking Coke Zero and talking out into the void. It's much easier to relate to YouTubers as a person than it is to an online celebrity. When I watch some of my favorite YouTubers online, I get this weird sense of like closeness, or like this weird kind of relationship with them, even though I've never met them in person, that I don't get when I watch a Tom Holland interview. So there was a really great article linked to me from someone on Instagram, and it's called "You Are Not Really Friends with That Celebrity." And I'll link that down below, as well as like a couple of other sources of where I got my information. I'm like linking things now to like, I've got like source material. I'm diving deep these days and it's fun. So for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna talk about like celebrity, because it's easier to kind of like lump them all together than it is to like explain like online celebrity, influencer, television personality. So yeah, I'm not saying that I'm a celebrity in any way. I'm just kind of putting it all together in one nice little package. So there is something called Granovetter's theory of tie strength, which basically discusses the idea that every relationship falls somewhere on a spectrum of weak and strong. So it's basically just how close or how connected you feel with that person. So according to Mark Granovetter, relationships have 4 defining factors that define its closeness. Number 1, intimacy or sharing secrets. Number 2, emotional intensity. Number 3, time. And 4, reciprocal services, doing favors for one another. Celebrities, and I think especially online celebrities, establish these 4 factors with their fan base very, very clearly. YouTubers share personal stories, sometimes intimate details of their lives, past struggles, etc., etc. I've done this in the past in a couple of my videos. This person has told you something that's really deep from their past, something that most people would keep a secret, and you feel this more sense, like this more intimacy. It's a very emotionally intense thing to be sharing with someone. I think crying on camera as well is it's an extremely strange thing, because you're not acting, but you're also extremely aware that there's a camera filming you. You're filming yourself, then also going back and editing it later, and then you're adding like sad music on top, and it's like, it's super weird and it's a really strange experience, but sometimes it's a really powerful like storytelling device. And I've used that as well, especially my my last day working at Tokyo Disneyland kind of video. I freaking love that video so much because it has so much real and raw emotion in it, and yeah, I cried like a baby in that video. I cut out a lot of the big like kind of crying, but it's extremely emotionally intense, and it pulls you in as a viewer, and it makes you feel much more, you know, this person is sharing something vulnerable with you. And as we all know, editing videos, making content for, you know, Instagram, YouTube, that kind of thing takes up a lot of time and a lot of effort goes into it. And viewers watching these videos, they spend a lot of time watching them and commenting and liking and sharing, and, you know, so there's a lot of time spent from both the fan, the viewer, and from the celebrity. And of course, everyone's favorite point, reciprocal, I'm not saying that right, I'm sure, services. Like it if you like it, comment if you want to see, you know, subscribe, and you can now support me on Patreon, which helps me continue to do the things that I do on this channel, and blah, 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 blah. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So I realized that me making this video is extremely meta, and I'm kind of setting myself up for failure for the rest of my channel's existence, because now I won't be able to say those things at the end of my video without feeling like a complete fraud. I mean, I kind of already felt like a fraud, but I didn't know why until now I'm like diving deep into this topic of relationships, and now I certainly do feel like a fraud. But I do also want to say that honestly, I don't think that there's anything wrong with these relationships forming. I think that that's just the way that the world is going at the moment. It's 2019, you can do whatever the hell you want on the internet as long as it's not culturally insensitive. I honestly think that YouTube is just another form of television, it's another form of media, and it's natural that we make these kinds of associations and relationships with people online. Sometimes they can actually be really beneficial in your life. Me watching someone's videos might actually help me get through something personal that's going on in my life, and I don't think that it's a good thing to just completely cut down, like you shouldn't be following anyone, you shouldn't be commenting or subscribing, or, you know, don't form relationships with online people because they're all fake, because I think that's kind of just the wrong message to be putting out there. Not just because I'm a YouTuber and this is my livelihood, but just in general, this is the way the world is going right now. So while I know this video is extremely meta and I'm pointing out what's wrong with the system, I'm also actively a part of the system, so don't worry, the irony is not lost here. Is that irony? I never know. Does anyone know what irony is? Anyway, back back to the original point that I was making with this video. The relationships that people form with their favorite online personality or celebrity, it often feels exactly like a real relationship that you'd form with someone IRL. But the only problem is that these relationships only go one way. So even when the online personality is commenting, or it's a very shallow interaction and one that's designed or, you know, done in order to take up as little time as possible. Some like big, huge YouTubers, they've just got far too many fans and DMs to reply to all of them. You can't possibly form that connection two ways with every single fan. And that's the reason why, you know, big celebrities actually reply to your DM. It's like, thank you so much for choosing me. Sam Calder, I'm talking about you. I felt so special, thank you. The very nature of these one-way relationships creates something called a parasocial relationship. Oh boy, we're going deep today. So this is defined as basically stalking from a distance, where one person doesn't know the other exists and the other thinks that they're best friends. So even though the relationships are one-way and parasocial, the feelings are truly there, which is why fans can feel real feelings of loss or shock when the celebrity does something that the fans don't like, or something that changes the image of the celebrity in the fans' eyes. I think there's a big reason why people say you should never meet your idols in real life, because you create an image of what that person is in your head. Then when you go and meet this person in real life and you see what they're actually like in real life, it changes your complete image of this person. It makes you feel like really hurt because you've built this really strong relationship with your favorite celebrity, and you feel as though you should be treated with a certain amount of decency like a regular friendship would. So what I feel like has been happening is that this person has been watching my videos and has felt this weird sense of closeness, like the kind of closeness that you feel like when you're in a friendship with someone and you feel like you can tell them things that you wouldn't just say to an acquaintance, enough to be able to tell them what you think is good advice. So their good advice to me might be that, I really don't like your blonde hair, I think you should change it. Like, it's like the friend being like, oh, you've got shit in your teeth. It's like, oh cool, thanks man, I'm not offended by that because I appreciate that you have let me know. So it's never my intention in these like deep dive videos to just state that thing bad, but more so that thing exists. And now, especially after I've done all of this research about the topic, I think I'll be like a lot more aware of it now that I'm watching, you know, interviews with my favorite celebrities, and a lot more aware of how those relationships are making me feel and why. So as for why it's only men that like to comment on my hairstyle, I'ma just Philly D it from here and say,
I pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts regarding the whole thing that we've seen here?
Personally, I think it's probably like more of a mix between category 3A, 3B with like a little bit of number 2 just kind of subconsciously sprinkled in there. Who knows? Who actually knows? And I don't think that there is any way that we were actually going to know, because it probably differs per person. But I think it's interesting to kind of, you know, take a bit of a deep dive into these topics. And I'm finding the more, like the longer I do YouTube and the more I get into this world of making money on the internet, which is something that is so not what I thought that I would do, it's really interesting to learn about, and I hope that other people find it interesting too. I feel like internet analysis, I'm watching a lot of Tiffany Ferguson at the moment. She's great, by the way. Definitely go and check out her channel. Let her know I sent you, because I want to meet her at some point. That's one person I feel like I've got a relationship with her, but I don't know her. But yeah, please do let me know in the comments below what you think about this topic. And it's not so that I can further, you know, continue this illusion that, you know, we're really close friends or anything like that. And I'm not saying that like if you meet me in person, I'm gonna treat you like just another fan because I'm a celebrity. That's not at all what I'm saying. I am truly, truly thankful for the people that watch and comment and subscribe in my videos. And I really love going into the comments and seeing what people are discussing in there and laughing and joking about different things. So actually, I would love to know if you've met one of your idols in person and how it changed your image of that person and your relationship with them. I'll be very, very, very interested to hear that. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot. This video is sponsored. If you don't want to listen to my Squarespace sponsor, that's cool. You can just watch the little timer tick away in the corner, which is something that I've learned recently from other YouTube channels. So Let's go. So yes, thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is everybody's favorite platform to help you build your own beautiful website and create a very professional online presence. I created a Squarespace website. It was incredibly easy. You just choose a template, check your information on it, and that's pretty much it. I did it in under an hour. If you're watching this video, you're probably no doubt interested in travel and being a travel influencer, increasing your online presence and things like that. Squarespace has got you covered if you're looking to start your own blog. They've got a whole bunch of tools and things that let you edit your blog when you're on the go. You can schedule your posts to upload at certain times or to simultaneously post across multiple online platforms. So it's incredibly helpful. They've got something for everyone and I highly recommend them. So head to squarespace.com if you would like to get a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/currentlyhannah for 10% off your first purchase of a domain or a website. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching all the way to the end. Oh my gosh, what a champion. My final note on this topic is that if you do feel the need to tell me what to do with my hair, just remember, I don't care.